Yo, what is up, welcome to the KillJoy Jake stream today. What's up, everybody, welcome. Doing a little nasty Q&A today, having a little fun. I got a special guest too. I just want to say hi to some people first, and then we're going to throw Mr. Craven Something Scary into the mix here in a second. Just want to say hi to Leo. I thought this was coming out at a different time. I changed the time. I was going to stream at 3, but I had something else going on. So sorry about that. Sorry, Jen. I apologize. Thank you so much for stopping in, though. I appreciate it. What's up, Jordy? Howdy. Howdy, Jordy. What's up? Angie's here. What's up? Flash Skywalker is here as well. Stream will begin momentarily. Hell yeah. Almost there, baby. Eddie's here as well. Will you be back at the other Monster Mania shows? Saw you went to Cherry Hill. It was awesome. Heck yeah, Eddie. Dude, I'll be, I'm going to try to be at, maybe tentatively at Horror Hound in Cincinnati this next weekend. No promises. No promises, though. What's up, Yurdy G? What's going on? What's up? Jake, you're the GOAT, bro. Will you rent out a theater to premiere Red Right Hand? Maybe. It'll be only in Ohio, though, if I do. So just a heads up there. Might be a drive for some. What's up, Extron Gaming? What's up? Shock is Swan. Yeah, what's up? How's it hanging? Eagle Studio Productions, welcome to the stream. And Nanette is here, too. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Holy crap, how is everyone doing? All right. I have a very special guest that I want to talk a little bit about tonight because I'm very excited to have him on board. Here we go. Got the chill music going on. What is up, Mr. Craven Something Scary? How's it going? Steven, what's up, man?
Bro, it's going great now that I'm not on mute. Much better now. I was jamming to the flow, man, of that intro, man. I tell you, I see what you did there. I haven't been catching your streams at the very beginning lately, so you set a time to go live. But you go live early.
Yep. I do that on purpose,
yeah. Play for like 7-8 minutes while people come. I think it's brilliant.
Oh, so, thank you.
Bro, I'm going to steal it, man. All right?
No, go ahead.
Is that cool?
I do that on purpose, yeah.
It's very smart, dude.
Then people think I'm early. And it's like, oh, Jake's early. He's on time. But really, I'm just constantly late changing the time. But no one knows the difference. It's great. Yeah, it's a little trick there. We have a few more friends, too, in the chat as well. What's up, Trent? Trent is here. What's going on, my dude?
Hey.
Trent is doing some music, working his wonders on the movie. We're going to record a song together. So thanks for stopping by, dude. Welcome.
Nice.
Yes, we are taking, and me and Craven are going to be taking questions today, but I do want to say, everyone subscribe to Mr. Craven Something Scary's page, he is almost at 6.5K subscribers, which is a big milestone. It's not 6.9K because 69 subscribers, 6,900 would be, I mean, that's pretty good, but get him to 6,500, everybody. Get him up there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate it, buddy.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
excited.
Dude.
That's the next little plateau, 65. I'm ready to hit it.
And
so close.
Heck yeah, man! And so you had your birthday, the birthday for the channel stream yesterday, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it. So I'm like, I got to make up for it. Got to have you over on the page here. So
man, listen, yeah, yesterday was the big 1-year birthday anniversary party, however you want to call it, last night, and we went for about 5.5 hours. It was crazy. We played games. It was just an insane night. Tons of guests coming in and out. Missed you, but I understood, and I appreciate this opportunity to do a little one-on-one time. So it's even
exactly,
better.
Man. Absolutely.
But yeah, channel is a year old, Jake. If you can believe that, 1 year old. My first video came out. I posted my first video last September the 4th, whenever I was right in the middle of fighting the big virus thing, that big nasty thing.
Yep.
That the globe knows about, that thing. And I was like, I don't care how much I feel like death warmed over with like no energy to barely move. I'm going to get this darn video out about Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where it started, man. And then
so that was like the Rose McGowan, like, oh, maybe she's in it or not. And she was saying all that negative stuff about Miramax and stuff, yes, right? Like that's kind of what was. Yeah, I remember that.
She turned down the offer to do the voice cameo. And that was the first time we heard like legitimately scoop where she was, because she's saying I was offered a voice cameo, and she's like no.
And look, Extron was even asking about it. It's perfect.
Oh, there you go. That was. He's like, never mind. That's funny. Yeah, that was the first video, and when it all broke out, and Scream Obsessed had Michael over at Scream Obsessed had posted something about a poster, and she responded to the tweet. directly on his tweet and left that message.
Yeah.
And I was
Crazy
like,
stuff, man.
I mean, I remember us speculating about it. Like, well, what does this mean? Are we going to have voiceovers from Jamie Kennedy and Matthew and from, whatever, Principal Emery? Who knows? Could have been flashback scenes. So, and then we found out there was no flashback scenes. And you know what that voice cameo was, right? It was
everyone saying for Wes, right? That's what I thought. Okay, yeah.
That was it.
Because there's a lot of voices there, so that it's got to be that, right? But so we do have a few questions already that I got starred in the chat that I do want to talk about, and we will do our best to answer those questions too. It's gonna be a little just fun, just going through some bullshit and all that. And why not? But we have
boots.
Good. Bring your boots. This is gonna be a crazy shitstorm of questions. I'm excited for it though. Bucko is talking about Beast. Saw it yesterday. Not a bad flick. Have we checked it out yet? Not yet, but I'm seeing it Thursday. I'm very excited for this one.
Yeah, I've not seen it. No.
Oh, wait. Beast is the Idris Elba movie. I'm thinking about Barbarian. I've not seen Beast yet. I do plan on checking it out. I probably won't. I don't know if I'm going to do a review of it or not. But I do want to talk about that one. It seems less like a horror movie, more of a thriller, but I will check it out though for sure. So, any interest in that, Steven, or not?
I don't know
not
much
really
about it, to be honest with you, dude. I don't really know. All I heard was it was like a creature feature, but it's a lion or something. I'm like, a lion? Are we trying to just go like old school, like Prey, try to go back to the, back in the day in history? Is it something like that? I don't know anything about it. I really don't.
It looks like it's gonna be like a thriller, like they're trapped in a car or something, and like it's kind of like Cujo, but with a lion. Essentially, it's kind of the same setup.
I don't know. That doesn't really. I'm not saying I won't, but it's not really grabbing me, dude. No.
It's just nothing. It's nothing I haven't seen before, which is kind of why I wasn't like super interested. Like it wasn't like, okay, it's Cujo with a lion, cool. I'll check it out eventually for sure, but it's nothing that I'm like I'm not dying to see it. You know what I mean? Like
no.
Yeah. But
Orphan First Kills, I thought was pretty darn good. I enjoyed that movie. I watched it a few days ago.
I enjoyed it too. It had a nice twist. I was not expecting that. It's still relatively new, so we won't talk about it too in depth. But I liked it though. It was good. I was surprised. I was actually kind of like not. I was expecting like just middle of the road, and I was like, okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Now, Craven, I don't know if we've ever talked about this before, but do you have any interest in the new Jeepers Creepers film?
I do. And the trailer won me over. I didn't have a lot of interest before the trailer. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is like a good old-fashioned slasher movie. We're in this house. He's coming through the walls. He's, stuff. It looks great. So I am very interested, yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm going to check it out eventually. Obviously everything with the director and all that, I'm kind of a separate the art from the artist kind of person though. And like, I don't really even credit all everything good about the original Jeepers Creepers, like the first two movies, to him either way. That's a weird opinion I have. But I'm excited for this one. We have new people involved, brought like completely different lineup of people behind the scenes and in front of the camera too. So I'm excited for it. A lot of production issues, obviously, with this one, but I'm still going to see it. I'm going to check it out, see what the deal is with this. I was such a when I saw the second one as a kid, Steven. It was like one of the first movies one of the first horror movies I ever saw. It scared the hell out of me, and I've been wanting a continuation to that cliffhanger for the longest time. So I'm actually really excited to see this. We kind of already got a taste of that in the trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
Of him crawling out of the barn. So I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen all the Jeepers Creepers movies?
I think I missed one here or there. I can't. How many are there? Is this the third one or the fourth one now?
This is the fourth one, I believe.
Fourth one. Yeah, I don't think I saw the third one for sure. And I barely remember the first two, to be honest with you, man. I think I saw them one time back in the day when they were out in theaters, and I was watching like movies every weekend. I would literally go to the theaters and I'd spend the better part of 2 days just hanging out in the theater watching like 6 movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
They all run together now, but I saw a lot of movies back then, especially in the 90s. But yeah, man, I'm down to watch it. Do you know if it's going to be on streaming or is it theatrical?
That's a good question. I know it's going to have like a limited theatrical run, which I already have tickets for on it's going to coming out like the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. If I'm remembering correctly, it's like a 3-day little theatrical run, and like that's it. I think that's all it's going to have. So I got tickets. I have to drive like over an hour to go see it, but I'm going to check it out though, you know?
Hey man, yeah.
Exactly. I'm still excited. Like I said, it's something that I've been kind of waiting for like since I was I saw that at like fucking 7-8 years old or something. So that's why I'm excited for it.
I won't blame you, man. Go enjoy it in the big screen. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So
hope it delivers, you know?
Hopefully. Hopefully it does. And we have Extron asking about Pretty Little Liars, saying it was good, but the ending on episode 10 is weird. I'm sure they're making a season 2. Now, Craven, we talked about this briefly on the collective stream, and I know I'm rapid fire questions right now, basically. So it's going kind of crazy, but we're just gonna try to get through as many crazy questions as possible. But did you find any were you super interested in Pretty Little Liars? How did you feel about Original Sin?
Well, I went in with I think fairly high hopes actually, and I'd seen I didn't see the season 1 and 2. My niece dragged me into season 3 way back when it was originally on, and we watched 3 through 7 or whatever it was. We watched it all the way out, and then the last season was just like so over the top and ridiculous. I don't know what happened to the writing on that show, but when I saw this, I'm like, you know what? This on HBO Max. Okay, wait a minute. I said that should be a game changer, Jake. Yeah. Because we're going to a platform now where they can have real serious kills. They can up the suspense and horror element like crazy. So I actually was going in pretty high hopes, and unfortunately, there's nothing in there that I saw that you couldn't have put on the CW. I mean, frankly,
yeah,
really, it's like.
That's like the worst criticism you can give to a TV show nowadays too, which is so funny. But I pretty much agree. Like it's I'll say this too. Like I've seen some bad teen dramas. You know, I've seen some bad teen drama horror. This is much better than a lot of that. I'll give it credit where credit is due. But the majority of the show is characters talking with nothing interesting happening by the end of the conversation, and you can't. There's no characters in horror history that are that interesting to me, to where I can just watch them talking to each other for over an hour. Like it's just it's I don't know. They needed something. Like the first 2 episodes had something cool happen somewhere in the middle. It's kind of a slower burn, but I was like, okay. Episode 3, I mean, just nothing happened. I completely lost interest at that point. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I felt the same, man. Like I say, I do think it was better than the last few seasons of the original series, because I don't think it was that bad, but it was again anticlimactic, and I just wasn't surprised by anything, man. There was only one little surprise that got me. I won't say what it is, but it's in the finale, and you and I could talk about it offline if you want to know which one I'm talking about. But there was one thing that said, "Oh, okay." No, I didn't expect that, but like everything else, I felt like I was watching Scream 5 when they were making this on-screen shocking reveal of Stu Macher's house.
Oh,
I'm like, we all know it's Stu's house. Everyone in the theater knows it's Stu Macher's house from the beginning. You know, we already knew.
Yeah.
Like you knew, like it was this big surprise moment. And it's supposed to hook you in, and then this shows the final credit, you know, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, I knew that 2 episodes ago, and I called that in episode 4, and my niece and I were keeping score, we were calling stuff back and forth. I mean, I could give you actual example. I won't, because it'll spoil it. I could give you actual examples of okay, that's that one's gonna be that one, that's that one, that's that thing over there, and anyway, I just felt too predictable as well. If they could have made it a little bit, surprised me more, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes, right? It's a shame, man. It's really a shame. I think that could have been good too. I think it had potential almost. I like a lot of the characters. I just don't know. It just was very, very uneventful to me. But yeah. And can you kill somebody if it's supposed to be? Can there be a kill at least once every 3 episodes? Maybe.
the killer is very he's very laid back. He doesn't really. You almost kind of root for the guy a little bit. He doesn't really kill anybody.
No, he's
kind of just menacing.
Idea of scaring people, but he doesn't actually do anything with it. I mean,
pretty much, man. I mean, pretty much, man. It's unfortunate. But yeah, NRU Cody Ghostface asks, what is the best horror movie by the end of 2022? What will that be for you? Craven, I'm going to throw that your way. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to split this into two questions. So far of what you've seen, what has been your favorite of the year? And also, is there anything that you're coming up with that you're excited for that you think could be the best of the year?
Yes. Oh, so at this point, X is number one. I think it's been the best horror movie of the year. And then my hope is Halloween Ends can pull an amazing ending to this trilogy and blow me away in October. That's what I'm hoping for. I would love for you and I to sit here and say, Halloween Ends, best of the year.
Me too.
Best of the year. And I'm nervous that we're going to get to do that, but I'm hoping, man, beyond hope, that it's going to happen.
I'm right in the same boat with you, man. I want Halloween Ends to be a fucking banger, and I'm worried. I'm really worried about it because there's some, there's obviously a lot of weird things going on with Mr. Corey Cunningham here. Gotta need some answers about what's going on with that. But besides that, I mean, I think it could be a good, movie. I had John here asking a little bit about the Carpenter score. I guess one of the tracks got leaked today. I haven't had much time to do research. That's if you guys don't want to listen to it yet, no big deal. I understand that. I don't think that's that big. It's not going to spoil the movie. You know what I mean? That's why I'm I can talk about that. I can talk about how a track got spoiled. So I'm actually really excited for that too. That's one I'm predicting will be on the top 10 list for sure. How far up the list it'll be though? That's really the question. I hope higher. I really hope Halloween Ends is a good ending to what is probably my favorite little timeline in the entire Halloween trilogy or Halloween franchise. I mean.
So what was your number one, Jake? Was it right now? Is it X or was it another movie?
Honestly, it's probably X still. I really appreciated how fucking awesome X was. It was simple. It was fun. It was just fucking sweet. I loved it. So it was bloody, gory, had some crazy kills. I don't know. I had a great time with it personally. The score too is excellent. I don't know if you've listened to the score just by itself, but it's amazing. One of my favorites all year.
Man. It's awesome. It's great. It's a great, well-made film.
Oh yeah. And we got the fucking prequel coming out in a little bit here. So how exciting is that?
Dude, that's right. That's theaters only, right? I'm pretty sure.
I believe so. I want to say Pearl is going to theaters only, but all the A24 movies are on I want to say either Netflix or HBO Max. So it'll probably go to one of those streaming services soon, is my guess. So, and we do have ourselves a big old nasty super chat here from CFH Studios. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. Saying, hello guys, I'm extremely excited for Barbarian this upcoming weekend. I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully turns into one of the year's best. Are you excited for Barbarian? Bill Skarsgård, we got Pennywise in there and Justin Long. Got a good cast. How you feeling about this?
Man, I honestly, I'm embarrassed to say I'm a little in the dark about this one. It's been under my radar. I haven't really looked much at it, man.
Honestly, me neither. I know nothing about it. I have not even looked into a plot synopsis or anything. I kind of want to go into it blind. I've heard some ridiculously early positive reviews about it. People are I don't know if you saw when they're marketing it now in the trailer, they have all these people in the theaters and they're saying oh, it's the best horror movie of the year, bar none. And I'm just ooh, okay, that's some confident marketing right there. So I'm very, very interested. I'm seeing that one Thursday, so I'm really excited for it.
Or is it Barbarian Nun instead of Bar Nun?
Bar None.
Barbarian Nun. I'm sorry, it's a dad
Barbarian
joke.
Is bar none the best Barnunian film out there, man. That's
right.
You gotta throw the dad jokes in there.
I got to, man. Always will. I promise. You'll always get them from me. Love them or hate them.
Love them or hate them, they're coming, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
But hell yeah, CFH Studios, thanks for the $10, man. I appreciate it. And Nanette is coming in. Holy shit, coming in hot
gosh.
with $20. Thank you so much, Nanette. Appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for the support. Saying, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Well, listen, anything I can do. We're at your service. A few questions, and one of them isn't horror related. Did you get a haircut, Jake? Unfortunately, yes. And I told her, take it kind of short. That's what I said. I said, take it a little shorter down the rail. And I instantly regretted that decision, which is why old Jake was wearing beanies and videos for a little while. But what are you going to do? You got to try something different every now and then. Right, Craven? Right? You got
to change it up, man.
You got to change it up, man. And also saying, what are some movies that no one talks about that you would recommend? And do you like American horror? We'll get to that in a second. But movies that no one talks about, Steven, I'll let you start that off. Is there any, anything? Honestly, this could be horror. This could be movies in general. How you feeling about that?
Okay, I'll give you a title. I guarantee you. Well, I don't want to say I guarantee because you never know. I almost guarantee. I'll say this. I'm confident most people in this chat right now will have never heard of this movie, but we'll see. It's called, and my dogs are extremely excited about it.
They're super pumped.
They're like at the other end of the house, and it just echoes through the whole house. Anyway, the movie's called A Nasty Piece of Work, and it's a Hulu exclusive. It's part of the Blumhouse thing, I believe. With,
okay.
Hulu.
Yeah.
And it is a smart horror. It is a smart horror comedy that it. I don't even want to say anything other than that. I hate to even say it like that. Let me just put it this way: the less you know, the better. But when you get into this movie a little bit, you're seeing something unique, and it's not your normal what you would expect. Kind of
a nasty piece of work.
A nasty piece of work. It's a Christmas. Okay. It's based at Christmas time.
Ooh.
And which I don't know if the Christmas part is really a big part of the movie, but I can tell you the premise if you want to hear the premise. Just if
hit me with the premise. Yeah.
All right. This is just a high level, no details. It basically is it's about a man, and there's a guy who works at this company. He has a wife. And it's one of those cutthroat, you can imagine corporate America cutthroat positions.
Yeah.
Everyone's dog eat dog, that kind of stuff, Wall Street stuff. And so there is a promotion available in the company, and there's only one position open, and there are 2 candidates selected for the role, and they have to basically compete for the job. And I'm going to leave it at that. And the whole movie is the competition to win the job.
Ooh.
And dude, it will take you places you didn't expect.
I love that. Oh, okay. I'm super interested, honestly. That sounds great. It's weird, those Into the Dark Blumhouse little things on Hulu, some of them are unwatchable, but some of them, man, it's hit or miss. And I've never seen something that is more hit or miss in my life. Some of them I love. There's this one called I'm Just Fucking With Ya. And that's the title of it. I'm Just Fucking With You.
Really?
I love it. It's like a 10 out of 10 for me. It is for as low budget as it is. I'm like, this is so smart for how weird and little this is. I loved that one. That's one of my favorites. A few of those are great. I really can't. The dog one, there's one about a dog with Judy Greer that's really good, about a dog that eats people. It's really cute. It's cute. It's wholesome, but also bloody. It's a great little mix. I love it.
Filled with protein.
Filled with protein and blood and bones. It's great.
Dude, did you see the one where the girl's missing? Girl goes missing. Her parents are trying to find her. Does that ring any bells at all?
I hit them sporadically. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I just read the titles and the description. I'm like, okay, this sounds good. Turn it on. So I've only seen a handful of them.
Dude, I won't ruin anything. All I'm gonna say is it's one of those movies where you turn it off and you just feel like garbage. You're like, man, this is so friggin' depressing and so dark. I don't even. There's no redeeming quality. It's like it was done well, but when you turn it off, you just feel like I need to watch something happy. I need to get to a happy place because this is not a good place to be in.
Did you say that was called Megan is Missing? That's what it was or no? Because I see Carrie bringing that up in the chat.
Megan is missing.
I've heard of that one about the girl going missing.
I have to look it up. I'll look it up while we're talking and see. I'll know when I see the images if it's the right one.
Gotcha. And I'll also kind of throw my 2 cents in there. I'm trying to think of like a weird movie that people don't talk about enough. I like Zombie 1979. I can't believe more people don't talk about that. That in my opinion the best zombie movie ever made. I fucking love that one. The music too. It is my favorite horror score of any movie ever. I think. Like it's so good.
What's it called?
It's got like a bunch of titles because it was marketed in overseas as the sequel to Dawn of the Dead, like an unofficial sequel. So it's called like Zombie 2 out there, which the original is just called like Dawn of the Dead is just called Zombie overseas. So
okay.
Here in the States, it's just called Zombie, but then in like I think it's London, it's called Zombie Flesh Eaters. So it has like 3 crazy titles. But I love it. I think it's one of the. I just bought it actually. I've been meaning to add it to the collection for a long time now. I love it. It has some of the grossest practical effects I've ever seen in my life. The zombies are great. It's the best use of slow zombies I've ever seen in a movie. It's so good. I highly recommend it. It's one of my all-time favorite horror movies. So check it out.
Okay.
It heavily inspired Red Right Hand too. So that's another thing. That's what I'll tell you. But yeah.
This is funny. That's not the movie Carrie, the one that Carrie mentioned. The one.
That's not it. No.
Unfortunately, but there is a movie called Tentacles. It's
Ooh.
one of the Blumhouse Into the Dark series shows.
I saw a trailer for that. I never watched it though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the thing. So I'm trying to find the one that I'm talking. Oh, there's a nasty piece of work. Which, by the way, this article that I pulled up has that ranked as the best of all of the Blumhouse Into the Dark shows.
Oh,
it's ranked.
Okay.
Doesn't surprise me. It's really good. I'd love to do a watch party. Look, man, I know you did a poll recently.
Yeah,
asking your audience if they would want to do watch parties, and it was like when I voted, it was overwhelmingly yes.
Maybe this is weird, but like I'm kind of shocked by that. I didn't think people would want to watch parties all that much. I really didn't think that was like a hot commodity, but I guess it is. So I'm probably gonna start doing it on the page here. I'm thinking about setting one up at the end of the month. Maybe getting everybody on board and stuff. We can watch something crazy. I don't know. Actually, fuck. What if we all do Zombie? That would be great. That'd be fun to watch.
You're talking a lot about it, man. Maybe that's what you should start with, man.
Oh, how does everyone feel about that? Little bit of that. Little Zombie 1979 watch party. I'm fucking down. I'll get that ready to go. Hell yeah, I'm down for that. But one last question from Nanette, and then we're gonna. I have 7 more questions that were like really good questions I really want to go through that I starred. Also, do I like American Horror Story and its spin-off show? I feel the exact same way about American Horror Story that I do with these Blumhouse movies. Very hit or miss. Some seasons are excellent, just incredibly well written. Seasons 1 through 3, I think, are fucking phenomenal. Don't change a thing. They're great. But then there's seasons like season 6, 7, 8. 4 was okay actually. 4 is okay. But man, there's some seasons of that are unwatchable in my opinion. I don't know. I just can't get through. I couldn't even get through season 6. Like it was like painfully slow. Nothing goes on in that season. I guess something happens at the end. It's a slow burn kind of season, but like TV shows conceptually don't work slow burn wise. I can do that in a movie, but with a TV show, I can't do it. I don't think it never works for me. But I'm loving American Horror Stories so far though. I think that's been phenomenal. So do you watch any of that, Steven? I don't know if that's really your jam or not.
I never really watched any of the only one I watched was the one where it was 84 when they went to the summer camp.
That one was good. I liked that.
I liked that show. I liked that season rather. I watched that whole season, but I don't really watch many of the other ones, man. They just never grabbed me for some reason. Maybe I should give it a chance, but I'm not really big on certain. I like slashers, dude.
Yeah.
Right, that's really my thing, and that's why 84 jumped out to me. It's like a slasher, and but the whole ghosts, paranormal, all this other stuff. I'm like, it's not really my jam, dude, my vibe. So that's why I didn't watch them.
I would recommend season 2 though, if that's kind of if that's your thing. Okay. I would watch season 2 is in my undefeated the best season by a long shot. It is just phenomenal from start to finish. There's not a bad episode. I don't even think there's a dull spot. I don't know. I love the performances are great. It is kind of about a serial killer. It's much more about a psychiatric hospital, like full of like mentally insane people and all that. So that's kind of like the overall gist of it. But yeah, no, it's a banger though. I season 2, it's so good. I love seasons 1 and 2 as well, or 1 and 3. But man, season 2 is that's one of my favorite seasons of television of anything, honestly. So
okay.
Even though, like I said, American Horror Story has some crap that you got to wade through, but some of it is excellent. So that's kind of how it is. But we also have we already answered that one. Don't want to answer that one twice. From Shaka Swan. I'm guessing that's how I pronounce that. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Do you two have a favorite Stephen King adaptation? Stephen, your name is Stephen, so we'll throw it at you.
Boy, it's been so many, dude. That's a favorite adaptation of his. Oh, man, there's like 4 or 5 I could name that I really like. Probably
That's so tough, isn't it?
That's such a. I know. I'm like.
There's so many movies. Like there's so many to go through.
There's so many I'm cycling through, but I'll say there's a couple that are a little bit off the beaten path, and most people will be like, "Oh my gosh, those are horrible choices." But I love Maximum Overdrive, which is
I love that one too.
Dude,
it's so good.
And Stephen King directed it. It's the only film he directed too. And I mean that movie is so fun. Yeah.
Dude, the beginning of that movie when he has the cameo, he is so hopped up on cocaine. Oh my god. His eyes are like this the entire scene. It's so funny, man. He like I am convinced he wrote that entire script, directed the whole thing on coke. Like that is what that movie comes off to me as. But for that reason, that's why I love it. Like it is a cocaine-fueled nightmare, and it's so fucking fun from start to finish. Like it's not a good movie, but it's so fun to watch, right? You know, I don't know.
I mean, I thought there was an interview he did many years later where he said that he doesn't even remember filming over half of that movie because they were all in a cocaine binges while they were filming it, and he doesn't really remember like half of the thing.
That's so fun. Like that is so funny to me, man. Like that's hilarious. And you can kind of feel it through the movie too. Like it has like really kind of a faster pace too. You know, you're constantly jumping from scene to scene. I don't know. There's something. Like I said, it's not a good movie, but it's kind of it's genius though for that reason, and it's fun to watch. I guess I don't know. It's
rewatchability is awesome on it. I think it's just and the whole premise is insane. I mean, you got all these trucks and little, tanks or whatever. The little military truck with a machine gun, and
they're filling up the cars with the gas and it's to AC/DC. It's like, what the fuck am I watching right now? What is this?
AC/DC, baby. The whole soundtrack is AC/DC. The whole everything. It's just great, man.
It's probably the most Stephen King thing to ask, or I mean, the most Stephen King thing like movie out there. I feel like it's the most like has his essence just all over it. My favorite is Pet Sematary. Just off the top of my head, I love the original Pet Sematary. One of my favorites when I was younger. I love. I can't remember the guy's name, but whoever plays. Fucking hell, I can't remember his name. Sometimes dead is better. Like I just love him. I could watch. Fred, yes, he's Herman Munster, right?
Yeah,
like that's
right.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's amazing in that role. So, Ty throwing out it and 1408. 1408 is so underrated. I don't know if you've seen that one or not, but
never heard of 1408, dude.
That is an easy top 5 Stephen King adaptation movie that nobody talks. Speaking of movies that nobody talks about, 1408 is phenomenal. Oh, that is a good movie.
Oh,
dude.
Wait, is that the one with John Cusack?
Yes, in the hotel room.
Dude, I've not seen that. It's been on my little short list for years, and I've never seen it.
Oh, I highly recommend that movie. It is phenomenal. Okay. It's so good. No, but like I said, nobody talks about it, and it's so good. 1408 was a banger. John Cusack.
Good to know.
No, it's really good. No, I highly recommend that one. Craven, I don't. Are you into anime?
I am not. No, Never got the anime bug. The only thing I like to watch that's animated of anything, pretty much, is Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo's great though. Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Absolutely.
I've been a fan since I was like 6. I'm still a fan, and I buy his movies. Every movie that's they sit direct to video. I buy them every year. And I have got 20 films with Matthew Lillard voicing Shaggy, which is the greatest. And you're talking about a meta, dude. There's a new series. I don't know who it is, but it's called Scooby-Doo Guess Who. Have you heard about this?
No, I have not.
Okay, so what they do is every movie, it's not a movie. It's a series. It's like on Boomerang or something. So I don't know where it's at, but I got a bunch of episodes recorded, and every episode is a guest, celebrity guest. Well, they had one episode where they played themselves, and so it was like you got to meet Matthew Lillard, who voices Shaggy, and Fred Welker, and Matthew pulls up in his his Porsche or something, and whatever, and it was so meta, man. Like, just I can't even describe it. It was great. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So just FYI. So other than Scooby-Doo, man, that's about it for me.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was never into anime for the longest time. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I probably do like Scooby-Doo more. But there's a few that have hit with me. The more horror themed ones. There's one called Attack on Titan that I really like. It's basically giant zombies walking around and people got to fight them. So I don't know. Some of them are good. Some of them I really dig. I'm getting more into it. But it's definitely kind of it's one of those things where it's an acquired taste, I think, for sure. It's not something you can just hop into. You kind of gotta watch a little bit of it before you're like, okay, I'm getting it now. I'm vibing with this. So slow burn too. If you don't like slow burns, you will not like anime. But yeah. And Ellie Ray Bowden on Vivo is asking if we. I know. Oh, wow. Welcome, Ellie. Is asking if we want an It 3 or a Carrie 2013 sequel. Specifically, those two.
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest It fan, so I'm kind of indifferent on It. Yeah.
Oh, hot take.
Hot take, man. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm not a big fan of it. But Carrie, I mean, how do you? The remake of Carrie was. I mean, when I see Carrie, I want to see what's her name? From
Sissy Spacek.
Spacek, thank you.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing. So I guess my answer is it depends how it's done. If it's done in more spirit with the original, then I would be up for that.
I agree. I've heard a lot of love for the Carrie remake, and it's kind of surprising to me. I'm gonna be honest. It's a movie that I watched once, and I just never thought about it again. I never was gotta watch that again. I don't think the biggest problem about it to me is I love Chloe Grace Moretz. I think she's great. She's a phenomenal actress. She's in this a remake of a vampire movie called Let Me In, and it's great. It's a phenomenal movie. She's not Carrie though. You got to get an act. She's I don't even know how to explain it. She's just not she doesn't have the look. I don't think she understood the character all that well in the movie. That's my biggest criticism of it. I wish they would have gotten someone who felt a little more nerdy or kind of outlandish a little more, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man.
And it's almost like she should be playing the popular girl or something. You know, does that make sense? It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it's kind of just odd.
Sense. Yeah, I mean, that's part of what adds to that role is just being that kind of that one that's always marginalized and all that. And
yes,
if you lose that factor, it doesn't. I mean, to me, it takes away from it a little bit.
Right. And I think even the TV movie, I felt like the actress there worked. You know what I mean? She killed it. She has this deer in headlights look about her too. I don't know. It's just you have to have that aspect to it or it doesn't work. So I would much rather have an It 3 personally, but we do have Welcome to Derry coming out. So there we go. Welcome.
Okay, I'm going to watch that. All right, so I was going to say. I'll watch Coming to Derry.
Okay, now real quick, I have a question. do you like Tim Curry Pennywise, or is it just the new stuff you're not a fan of?
Yeah, no, I like Tim Curry. I'm a big Curry fan, and
that's fair.
Not the food, not the spice, but Tim Curry. I'm a big Tim Curry fan. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where, when you start messing with stuff that's kind of classic, and you you got to be real careful. Like, we tried one disaster of a remake for Nightmare, and you try to put in a new Freddy Krueger without Robert Englund, and that whole movie was a debacle. You saw what happened there. So they still haven't recovered all these years later. So
it's a shame.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not saying that like the new Pennywise is terrible or anything like that, but if I'm going to watch it, it's going to be Tim in the original. Yeah. I
gotcha. I respect it. I know some people are like, yeah, Tim Curry's my Huckleberry when it comes to all that. I don't know, man. I really enjoyed his Bill Skarsgård's performance. I think just because it's I just love darker shit. That's always been my alley. And for him to take it down such a really dark route and so immediately in that movie, that was like, it was very impressive. I hate the CGI kills that movie. I think it could have been a 10 out of 10 for me, but it's like a 7, 8 out of 10. The CGI is awful in that first It. I just don't know what happened. It's a little better in It Chapter 2, but still not good. Like, if they would have just taken a little longer to work on that, and it would be a great movie, but it just takes me out of it so bad. So I don't know. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. It could be, I guess, though. Is kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, like it could have been. If they just would have nailed the parts, you could have loved it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my thought. I actually credit that to why a lot of people don't like Bill Skarsgård's performance in that movie, because they remember him doing all the crazy CGI stuff, but that's not even him. That's just the fucking design team kind of fucking up, in my opinion. So that's my big opinion on it. I think if they had better effects, people would like that movie more. But like Bill Skarsgård's great when there's no fucking CGI or anything, in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. But when he starts doing coming out of the fridge and like just his face is morphing, it just looks awful. It's like, it's laughably bad. What's your favorite Ghostface kill so far? Asks Eric Ludwig. Craven, I'll throw that to you. What's your favorite Ghostface kill? Number one.
Wow. Okay, so
lots to think about.
It's a lot to think about, and I hate to not say the Casey Becker sequence to one, because it's like it's an amazing sequence, but I'm not gonna say that, because that's just the easy go-to answer for everybody, I think. And there's nothing wrong with it, because again, I think if you were to ask me what is my favorite, cat and mouse scene, whatever, it would be the Casey Becker. But the kill itself, all we really see is one stab to the chest. We see a off-screen stab from up above, and we hear drag and hung. So we didn't see a whole lot, but we know what's going on. It's very effective. It's brilliantly done. But I'm gonna say my favorite kill could be either, I'm going to give you a couple. I'm sorry. It's going to have to either be...
Go ahead. No, it's good.
I love the Tatum kill in the garage. I just think that's so awesome.
That's a top 5 for me too. I love that one.
Gotta be. It's so fun of a kill, different, out of the box, something totally out of the ordinary. And then I also I love the Olivia kill in 4. With the knife through the hand.
That one's really good. Yeah.
The OG knife through the hand. Before
right.
Olivia. And of course the whole brutality of that scene. And then one of my favorite kills is Anthony Perkins, just Officer Perkins.
Ooh, okay.
Right to the forehead.
And all the blood coming down. Yeah, it's a good kill, man. No, that's an underrated one for sure.
I think it is. Not only people talk about the Perkins kill. So those are my favorites. How about you, man? I gotta know what your favorites are.
I love a good chase and kill. That's always fun to watch. But for me, it never makes me reel back when I'm like, oh, it doesn't give me that aspect of it. The first time I feel like I ever really felt that in a Scream movie particularly was Wes's death in Scream 5. So that's my personal favorite, just kill, let alone. Chase scenes, different story. Obviously, there are way better chase scenes than that. There's kind of a little stuff that happens before it, but that kill where it's slow and he's trying to stop it going through his neck, and then you just see it go in and out.
Yes.
10 out of 10. I love it. It's one of my. It's probably my. Yeah. It is. It's my favorite kill in the entire franchise. I love it. It's so slow and hard to watch. It's great.
It is.
Good stuff, though, for sure. We have Bradley Earl here throwing in $5. Thank you so much, Bradley. I appreciate that. Saying, I am new to your live chat, but have been a member for a while. How are you guys tonight? Thank you, Bradley.
Awesome.
I appreciate that. We're good. We're killing it. Having
Doing
fun.
Great.
Yeah. My nipples are hard, so yeah.
Party hats are on.
The party hats are on. You know what's up.
That's right.
but welcome, Bradley. Thanks for the $5, man. Thanks for stopping by.
It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God. And Nanette is throwing $5 more in there. Nanette, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's been a great live stream and I had fun, but I need to go. Congratulations on 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Steven, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
Nanette.
stuff.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you
1
guys
year.
so much. I have 1 year. I can't wait to see where we're going to be talking about a year from now. Like looking back at the 2nd year anniversary, where we're going to be at collectively. Like your channel, where it's going to be, and my Craven channel, the Lethal Collective channel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That we're so close to like just busting through the roof on the Lethal Collective, because I think once we break 1,000 and we start doing the stuff we've talked about, it's gonna start avalanching. It's gonna start growing quick.
Oh yeah, so. And we're killing it over there. If you guys don't check that channel too, subscribe to Craven if you haven't, but also subscribe to the Lethal Collective page, where me, Craven, the Night Watch Zone, and Fate Decided. All 4 of us stream Monday and Friday, not Thursday. Monday and Friday specifically, those days. Every Monday and Friday at either 5:30 or 6 Eastern time. So check that out. So it's a banging channel. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers too. So
yes.
We're killing it, doing some good stuff.
So close.
So close. Less than 200 away. We have Extron asking about the new Orphan film. How did you feel? We were kind of talking about that off camera. How'd you feel about that one?
The new Orphan, the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I liked it. Again, I enjoyed the movie. Watched it. I thought it was pretty well done. I thought the act performances were good by all the cast.
Oh yeah.
And and we're not going to say what it is because it is fairly new just to be. But yeah, it takes some turns along the way that you don't expect, and you start to learn just let me think. I want to say this. Well, what I liked about it was you think you've seen the worst in a person, and then you realize there's more where that came from, and humanity. You know what I'm saying, like and you know what I'm talking about. It's bad. That's the only way I can really say it without giving anything away. So yeah,
right.
I just want to say I like that. I like that unexpected part of it that we didn't think was going to happen or foresee. And then just the acting I thought was really good. Again, the whole performances. And man, I tell you, Orphan is not someone you want to. What's her name? It's I forgot her name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the
Esther. Yeah.
Esther.
Yes.
Esther she's not good as a friend or an enemy. She's just not good people.
No. She'll give you a rat milkshake. It's awful.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
Wasn't that great?
That was so nasty, dude. Yes. Oh.
I said in my review, I'm like, listen, if Michael Myers doesn't bite into a rat and Halloween ends, at least I have Esther feeding a rat milkshake to her fake mom. I have that. At least I have that. I'm satisfied with my rat with my rat eating. So
yeah, that was really rough.
Really, truly.
But that was her friend, though. That rat was like apparently her only little friend.
Yeah, and she just twisted its neck and put it in a fucking milkshake. That's what Esther will do to you. Don't be friends with her. So
don't be friends. No, man, or don't be anything else other than friends.
No.
No,
we learned that the hard way too in this movie. So
boy.
Yeah. That opening was crazy. But Craven, I know you said you had to go at 8, and it's getting almost to that time.
It's about that time now. It is, yeah.
But I do want to say one thing before you go, though. The link for Craven's channel is in the description below, like I said. Get Craven up to 6.45. Do it. Or 6.5. 5. Numbers are
Yes.
really hard, man. Numbers are hard. Do it though. Check out his channel. Check it out. So he's
Appreciate
getting
it,
up there.
everybody. Yeah, we're making our way up, and this was fun, man. I enjoyed it. Went
Hell
by
yeah,
so
dude.
quick, as always. But we'll be talking again on tomorrow for Lethal Collective. So,
Yeah, Lethal Collective stream on Monday. I'm still going to keep the live chat going, obviously, but Craven does
Yeah.
have to go. But Craven, thank you so much for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. And happy birthday to the channel. Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, buddy. All right.
Of course, dude.
All right, bye, everybody. See you, Jake.
See ya, man. Well, let's keep the party rolling. Let's keep the questions running. And once again, subscribe to Craven Something Scary. He's a great guy. Thanks for Steven for coming on, too. Bearded Entertainment, throwing in $5. Bearded, thank you so much. Haven't seen you in the chat in a while, so thank you. I appreciate that, man. What'd you think of the ending of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies without spoiling it? So without spoiling it, I fucking loved it. I was blown away. The entire time, I was thinking one thing, and then something else happened, as you know. And it really got me invested, I think, in the movie. That was the big thing. It's one of those movies, though, that I feel like because of the twist, it's not going to do well on rewatch. And I watched it again. I went to go see it in theaters again after that. I was like blown away the first time. Second time, I was a little like, okay, like it's still good, but it's not as good as the first time. I don't think it'll ever be as entertaining as the first time you watch it. Again, because of how they marketed the movie and how you're supposed to be thinking throughout the entire movie. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. So it wasn't as enjoyable the second time around, but I still do really appreciate it for being something different and truly something I've never seen before. So I had a blast with it personally. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's I don't think it's like I said in my review. I'm like, oh, this is one of the better horror films of the year. It's probably a little lower down the rung for me. Just because of that, on rewatch, it's kind of not as great. I even say that in my review after one viewing. I'm like, I feel like on rewatch, this isn't going to be as exciting because of how I went into it mentally with everything you're supposed to be thinking about. I can't really, I can't elaborate too much more without spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it, so that's what I'll say. that's what I'll say about that. But I loved it. It's really a fun movie and very, very enjoyable. Absolute banger, as they say. Dark Moon Films is asking what I would think about a Halloween TV show. They are probably going to do something. I actually had a few questions about this. I probably are going to be doing something with the Halloween franchise at some point in the future. Obviously, I think that's with it making so much money these past 2 films. Halloween Ends is projected to probably make over $100 million. That wouldn't be shocking at all. No, I would be totally down for a Halloween TV show, but it's like I said, it's still pretty lucrative. So my thoughts are I don't think it's going to go to TV, is my guess. Like, I know you did last summer, went to TV because, like, the last movie in that franchise is kind of ass and didn't do all that well, is my guess, is why they decided to do a TV show over a movie. And, also just to do a Euphoria ripoff, try that out. But, when you rip off something popular, typically it never goes well. I don't know why studios just continue to do it. But I guess my point is, with it being such a lucrative franchise, they'll probably keep it at movies. Like in 5+ years, we'll probably see another Halloween movie, would be my guess. I don't think they'll take it to TV, although we do have another question about that, which I want to talk about. This would work as a TV show. Next Gen Studios is saying, how would you feel if the Halloween franchise went a Halloween story route? The season of the witch, a Halloween story, something like that, where it's like episodic. Every single every episode or every season, whatever. Interests me for sure, like absolutely. I think that would be cool. Once again though, I just feel like it's too big of a series right now for it to go to TV. But anything can happen. I think that's the best part about I think that's the best part of having these new movies and having them be so successful is they can truly do anything with the Halloween IP next. Like we don't know what's going to come. There could be a TV series that runs for a long time. It could be about Michael Myers. It could be like what you're saying, something where it's like Season of the Witch-esque, where it's like something different every single season. That's kind of American Horror Story already. But hey, we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see what they do. I wonder if they bring back the original jukebox of horror idea that John Carpenter wanted to do for the franchise beforehand. That would be cool. But like I said, I think we have a lot of other anthology series movies just already doing that. So I don't know. I just don't know if they bring back that idea or not. Twisted Pictures is asking, when do you think they'll start production on Saw X? Also, do you want this new installment to have a tagline? Lastly, besides Tobin Bell returning, who else would you want to make a surprise return? Well, so to answer all of that, apparently, according to Josh Stolberg's Twitter, in the most confusing tweet I've ever reported on in a video ever, he posts saying that they're starting production for Saw X real soon, and it's a picture from Spiral. So I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. Like, is he just excited and they haven't really started production yet, and he's just putting the Spiral picture out there? I was so confused when I saw that tweet at first, because I'm like, what's up with that? And like, why, what's happening? My guess, though, from that tweet is that they are ramping up production soon. They might already be filming at this point. I hope so, at least. I would love to see Saw X sometime next year. So I'm just really fucking excited for a new Saw film more than anything. Should I have a tagline? No, I actually just love Saw X. Like, if they just want to call it that, that's fucking cool to me, personally. I'd be down for that. And I'm so excited for Tobin Bell to return. Apparently, we're dealing with John Kramer, so, like, Tobin Bell has to come back, right? That's not confirmed yet, but, like, you can't the writer is teasing to us that it's going to be a John Kramer story. John Kramer's back. So what the fuck? Like, of course Tobin Bell's going to come back. He wouldn't be so confidently putting that out if Tobin Bell wasn't coming back. It would be my guess. Obviously, a lot of people want to see Hoffman return. I just think that I don't know. Like, obviously, I would love that story to be continued. That would be cool. But you'd have to see every other, pretty much you'd have to watch 7 movies before you see the new one, and that's been like a big thing about studios lately. They want to do, like, they're titling these new films just Halloween, just Scream, to bring a new audience in and to give it the illusion that you didn't have to see all the other movies beforehand just to see this one. It's almost like they're marketing it as a remake, but it's truly a sequel. That's why, you know, the term requel comes from. So I would say if they bring anybody back, I hope it's not for a like some kind of crazy plot line to bring back. Trust me, I would love to see that story continue too, but I just feel like that wouldn't do very well at the box office, and that would ultimately lead to no more Saw films. Because another thing to comment on there, this is a really good question, is the last Saw movie did not do that well. Spiral is one of the least successful, actually the least successful Saw movie in the entire franchise. I think it only made like $40 million against like a $25 million budget, so it just barely made money. They need a banger right now. I would say this is not the movie to do something that experimental. They kind of got their backs up against the wall here. They got to do something really good with Saw X, or it's kind of over. Like, this might be the last movie. So we'll have to see what they do. I personally would rather them play it safe, which maybe not playing it safe is a good gamble. Maybe that ultimately leads to a fresh new wave of Saw films. We've seen that happen before too in many franchises. So I just think they should play it safe, personally. Spiral was a pretty experimental movie for the franchise. I would rather them play it safe, have John Kramer come back and just do like a typical story along those lines. Maybe if they want to continue the Hoffman story in the future, go for it. But this movie should just be just a crazy ass Saw film with some good traps, some good new characters for a new audience. I think that would be that to me is the best approach here. Anthony Morano, what's up, Anthony? Getting his ear licked here, is saying, bro, is the new Hellraiser going to be a series, or is it going to be a movie? Well, Anthony, I have some good news for you, my friend. We're getting both. We're getting a brand new movie on October 7th, and then sometime next year on, I want to say FX. I might be wrong about that. We are getting a fucking series from director David Gordon Green. Michael Dougherty is writing, I believe. I know there's more really big names attached to that project, but I'm super fucking pumped for that. We have a lot of good Hellraiser fans are eating these next couple of years. So a lot of good stuff coming. I'm really pumped for that. So real good stuff. Real good stuff. Movie buff talking a little bit about Death Note. Death Note is good. I don't like anime, but I do like Scooby-Doo and the children ones like that. Nice. I fucking love Death Note too. I completely forgot about that. That's a banger. That is a banger. Really good. And it's not even an anime, really, I would argue. I think it's more comparative to like a Breaking Bad or something like that, but with like supernatural elements to it. It's kind of hard to explain. Everybody should watch Death Note. That is one of the all-time best television shows ever made, I think. So it's great. Thoughts on Antlers 2021? A good question. I know a lot. This has kind of become a cult favorite. A lot of people really like Antlers. I think it's gorgeously shot. I love a lot of aspects about this film, but wow, I did not care about a single character in that entire movie. Like, there was not one character where I'm like rooting for him or was like, hey, this character's interesting. They wrote every single character exactly the same, And that is just so mesmerizing to me. It was like the writer could only write one tragic character, and every single character was that. Rob Zombie's Halloween is also a movie that does that, and I just don't care for that. I need some diversity in character, personality, and all that. And it just really took me out of it. It's a really well-made film. Like I said, the creature design is fucking awesome. It's a really scary-looking Wendigo creature. We need a good Wendigo movie, though, still. I think I still feel like we haven't gotten like a banger creature feature about Wendigo, and it's a shame. But I think that it's not a bad movie. Like, it's not a bad movie. I know there are a lot of people that will probably appreciate it. It's got some really fucked up scenes, too, like I said, that are great. Some of the imagery in there is, like, haunting and nightmarish. It's great. It has some really cool stuff to it. But you gotta have good characters, man. You gotta have good characters, or I'm just not gonna be invested. Unless you're Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, then that's the exception. That's the exception. Mr. Rick is asking about a prequel with a young John Kramer. I don't think that would work, though, because in the storyline he's old, like he gets into the car accident, right? And that's like technically the first Saw trap or whatever. We see that flashback with Tobin Bell. So it wouldn't really make a lot of sense if we saw a younger actor play a young John Kramer. He wasn't doing Saw. They'd have to retcon stuff if they were to go that route. So I think that they have to bring back Tobin Bell, or it's gonna be like some weird continuity issues there. We'll have to see what they do. But I'm 90% sure they're gonna bring back Tobin Bell. I think it'd be a pretty big misfire if they don't and they cast a younger actor, because like I said, massive problem there. But we'll just have to see what they do. We'll have to see. So is Saw X going to be part of the main 7 movies? Actually, great question, Next Gen Studios. I don't know. Josh Stolberg is teasing that it's a John Kramer story. That's really all we know about it. That's the way he worded it. It's going to be John Kramer's back doing something. It's a great question. I genuinely don't know. I think it's probably going to be something in between like Saw 1, 2, and 3, kind of like how Jigsaw is, but this time around it won't be a twist, because I just don't love that. I don't love that twist in Jigsaw. It's like so parallel to the twist in 2. I kind of hope they do a new Saw film that doesn't have a twist. I mean, no offense to Josh Stolberg. I actually love a lot of the movies that he's written. I praised Piranha 3D all the time. He wrote that. It's fucking awesome. He wrote one of my favorite comedies of all time, too. I love him as a writer, but I just don't think he can write a twist. In both of the Saw movies that he's written, the twist was unbelievably predictable, and I just wasn't a fan. So I hope that this one is just a straightforward Saw movie, no twist. It's Tobin Bell running the fucking show, and there's a bunch of Saw traps and all that. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. We got Kevin Grutert, too, on board to direct. I really think it's going to be good. I think this is going to be the best out of the last 3, so. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Bradley Earl throwing in a $5 super chat. Bradley, thank you so much, my dude. Thank you. And welcome. Also, Bradley's new here, everybody, so give Bradley a warm welcome. Give him the warmest, the hottest welcome that we can. Saying they should redo the Jamie Lloyd timeline with Danielle Harris, ignoring 5 and 6, so Rachel is still alive. I actually like that idea. I'd be down for that. I was just on a stream with Gory B and Drum Dums, and we were talking a little bit about 4 right at the end about how underrated that movie is. I think 4 is great. Is it similar to the original? Like, yeah, it is. But it's I don't know. I love it. It's really what's the word for this? It's effortlessly creepy without using music. Like the first one, I think is really creepy because of the music. You get that opening with the and it's just like, oh my god, like I'm sucked in immediately with all the music, how they do it. It's great. But yeah, 4 just starts off with a bunch of creepy imagery, no music. It's just a bunch of like creepy looking shots and all that. It's great. I love it. 4 starts off really well, and 5 just fucking ruins it. And 6, the producer's cut specifically, tries to fix it and tries to be like a weird ass movie. I still enjoy it. I definitely, 6 is not I don't think 6 is a bad movie. It's pretty sick. It's got an awesome mask design. You got Paul Rudd running around stealing babies and shit. No, 6 is great, but 5 fucking blows, man. 5 kind of is the turd in that punch bowl. And as I like to say, Bradley, because I say this all the time I definitely say this all the time on my channel. A punch bowl with 1 turd is just as bad as a punch bowl with 2 turds. So all it takes is 1 turd to ruin I can't even say that without laughing. All it takes is one turd to ruin a good punch. That's what. I hope they write that on my tombstone when I die. Can you imagine having to chisel that on someone and be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Bradley, thanks for the $5, man. Oh my God. Jesus. Destination Station, what's up, man? Welcome. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I won't be going for too much longer, but I do want to answer some questions. It was nice that I had this little break in my day today. We're working on a lot of movie stuff, and then tonight I'm doing a Rick and Morty a little watch party because the first episode of season 6 is tonight. Just so you guys know, over on my second channel, Movie Smoothie, I am doing I've been covering Rick and Morty season 6 for a while. I just hit 500 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. That means a whole lot. Tomorrow morning, I will have a review of Rick and Morty season 6 episode 1 up on the page. So make sure to check that out. I'm going to be covering that intensively. This new season of that. I'm really pumped for it. It's another passion of mine, just like horror movies. So check out my second channel, Movie Smoothie. It's in my little channel description place too. If your channel tab on my channel, if you're like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Where can I find that? There you go. So check it out. It's also in the description of this video. I probably should have just said that, you know, that would have been the easier route to go before I sent you all on a wild goose chase. But hey, there we are. Here we are, man. Gavin, what's up, Gavin? How's it going? I've not been in a stream in a long time. What's your favorite non-horror film? Ooh, good question, Gavin. For the longest time, Ferris Bueller's Day Off has been my answer to that question. I love that movie so much. It was my favorite movie as a child. I also I'm just trying a few movies off the top of my head. I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure is one of the best movies ever made, I think, as well. It's so good. Starship Troopers is also one of my favorites. I'm trying to think what else I really love, like movies that are just so near and dear to my heart. Cat in the Hat. Hot take. It's a banger. I fucking love the live action Cat in the Hat movie too. I don't know. I can't even tell you why. Like, it's not a good movie, but I fucking love it. The nostalgia definitely makes that one wash down a little easier. I will say that. But yeah, those movies are great. All it takes is one poop. Yes. Oh, I love your profile picture too, Pittsburgh Nelly. Nice. A very underrated Chris Farley movie there that you got up there. I like that. And yeah, Carrie craves cinema. Carrie is just like the best ever, best human being on the face of this planet. Throwing up all the fucking links to everything we do. Carrie, we appreciate you so much here. Just know that. Just know that, Carrie. Thank you. Yes, Austin. Yes, you pay this woman to sit on babies? I do it for nothing. I love it. Like, I can quote that entire movie. Anything. Like, I'll do that all day. It's funny shit. I love it. Should I watch Night of the Living Dead? Yeah, I would say yes, Chris. It's a banger. It's a classic horror movie. I actually even like the remake too. It's a good remake, contrary to popular belief. They remakes that are good in my opinion are ones that do things differently. And what I love about the remake to Night of the Living Dead is that, yeah, sure, some of the things aren't great, but Tony Todd casting is perfect. I don't think there's not a human being on the planet that would have been better to play that role in a remake, I don't think. So that's a 10 out of 10 for me. I fucking love, I can't remember her name, but the girl that plays Barbara in that movie is, in my opinion, a way better Barbara than the original. Like, in every facet. She is amazing in that movie. One of my favorite parts of the whole film. So I think the choice to do it in color is kind of weird. I almost wish they would have done it in black and white. I get it was supposed to be a more modern take, but I almost kind of wish that it was in black and white still. Maybe that's me just being picky, but there's a lot of lackluster stuff about the remake too, though. But like I said, it's still really good for what it is, I think. But both movies are fucking awesome. That original is a really big. Really big influence in horror too. If you don't have that movie, you don't have one of the biggest subgenres in horror ever, which is zombie movies. So it's probably, that's in the, like, if there's a top 5 most important horror movies ever made, that's definitely one of them for sure. Like, I don't even think there's an argument there. Like, yeah, I mean, Halloween, Scream, Night of the Living Dead, Psycho, like those 4 for sure. I mean, you don't have slashers and you don't have zombies without those movies. No contest without those fucking movies, man. Fuck. Feast 2006. Ooh, this is a movie I don't get to talk about too often. I like it. The creature designs are fucking awesome, but this is one of those Thousands movies where the editing is so crazy choppy, like you can't even tell what's happening sometimes. There's this other movie called Splinters, which I fucking love. Like, awesome movie, but the fuck, or maybe it's just called Splinter. Is that what it's called? No, that's not it. I think it's just Splinters. I gotta find this movie now because there's such similar movies. It just keeps taking me to some Bradley Cooper movie. This is not it. Fuck. But yeah, there's this. I want to say it's like Splinters or fucking something like that. I can't remember the name of this fucking movie, but it's also a banger. Great creature feature from the Thousands. But like the editing is so choppy, I can't even tell what's happening sometimes. So I do like Feast 2006 too. That's my one criticism of it, but it's a good movie. Is it just Splinter? I watched it on like HBO Max, I want to say like a year ago for the first time, and I fucking loved it. But the creature, like every time they show it, it's in like these half a second shots. Like it's just like half a second, half a second, half a second, half a second. It's like, oh my God, I can't even, what's happening right now? What? So everyone in the chat is awesome. Everyone in the chat is awesome. Outside the Nine is speaking some fucking truth right now. Thank you. Is it Splinter? Okay, it's just not coming. So Splinter 2008 is a movie with Bradley Cooper, and that is not what I'm thinking of. But maybe it is. Maybe. Wait, that's not Bradley Cooper. I must be high. What the fuck? Splinter is a 2008 American horror film directed by Toby. This is it. Never mind. I'm just not recognizing the fucking cast. Yeah. No. This is the movie. I read Bradley Cooper, where really it was Paulo Costanzo who was in the movie. I can't read. Fun fact. Yeah, no, that movie actually is it. That's a good one. That and Feast is a really good pairing, I would say. Very similar movies. I really like them though. Really good movies. Like I said, I have that criticism, but yeah. Just became a Jason patron. Thank you so much, Bradley. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing my Patreon a little differently this month because last month I was so busy. I unfortunately did not get to do all of the things I wanted to do. But this month I have a video for my Ghostface tier patrons, for my Jason tier patrons, and my Freddy tier patrons that I'm really excited to do. So starting some new stuff. You guys said you wanted some more horror watch party stuff. So that's essentially what Jason and Freddy tier patrons are getting this month. So I just put out the video for Ghostface tier patrons. Then I have a video where I'm going to do an entire commentary on a certain horror movie, like a horror. I haven't picked the horror movie yet, but I got a few things in mind of what I'm thinking about choosing. And then I'm also going to do a special commentary track for my Freddy tier patrons, something that only the top tier people can see, and you'll see why when I post it. So. It's something special, something real special. I think you guys are going to like it. So hopefully I'll be able to get all those out this month, but I'm also in the middle of editing a horror movie. So that's just, life is tough right now. Regardless, I appreciate your support as channel members or Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for all the support just these past couple of months. In the future though, let me tell you, it's going to be insane over there when I'm not making a movie with my spare time. So Jake, is The Burning a good classic horror in your opinion? Yeah, no, I really like The Burning. It's very similar to like Friday the 13th. It's got like similar special effects, like pretty similar setup too. But no, it's a really good movie though. I recommend it. I've been eyeing this fucking Arrow release of it for a while. I really want to get it. And I'm like, I just don't have the money, man. Fuck, I want to get that so bad. But sometime in the future, my the money I allow myself to spend, I decided to spend on Zombie 1979 this month. I got the 4K of it, so that's one of my all-time favorite movies. So, but one day I will own it. One day I will own The Burning. It'll be part of my collection. And no longer will The Burning just be in reference to my butthole after Taco Bell. It will be in reference to what sits on my shelf at home. One day. There we go. Austin is asking about the Scream 6 trailer. That might be a little too early, my friend, is what I'm thinking. Late October, early November. I'm thinking since it comes out like basically in April, like the last day of March. I'm thinking it's probably going to be late December by the time we get it. We might actually get the trailer on December 20th, which would be really fitting and a perfect time to start advertising, I think. That's also the anniversary of the original film. So that would make sense to release it there. I think late December would be a good time to really start marketing. We'll probably see the majority of the marketing take place through January, February, and most of March. That would be my guess. I think if they start marketing it too early, people might lose interest. So I hope they market it around that time, like starting in late December, going into March. So. Do you think it was Stu Macher that killed Dewey in the hospital scene in Scream 5? I don't know. I don't think it was Stu. Listen, here's what I'll say. I do think it's totally possible for Stu to come back in this timeline. They already teased it in the last film, and if they do some more teasing in Scream 6, it could happen in Scream 7, especially with how eager I almost said Bradley Cooper. I got him on the mind now. With how eager Matthew Lillard is to play the character again. He says so much just super positive stuff about the franchise. He loves the character. His headcanon is that Stu is still alive. So I mean, I think it's totally possible. And if you're someone who's hearing this right now and you're just like, Jesus Christ, shut up about Stu. He's long dead. Come on, Jake. What the heck? You got to check out this live stream over on Craven's page where we talk all about how Stu can still be alive. We basically take all of the criticisms about that and we kind of just express how all of them can be debunked, essentially. We debunk all of the criticisms about Stu coming back, how it would just ruin the franchise and all that. I disagree. I think that they could bring Stu back into this timeline if they do it right. If they set it up in Scream 6, I think he could come back in 7. That's my thoughts. I think if they do something where it's like I was the one who killed him, that just wouldn't make sense, because Amber even says something later on about how she killed Dewey. He died like a wet ass P word, as as Ben Shapiro would say. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Like I just feel like because of that scene with Amber and that conversation, I just feel like it would almost be like a retcon at that point to say that Stu did it. That would be just such weird storytelling, in my opinion. I would rather them just have Stu come back in 7 for some kind of crazy appearance. That would be cooler, in my opinion. Ty is throwing out a crazy question talking about, are you going to give Hulu Hellraiser a chance? Abso-fucking-lutely. I feel iffy about it, but I might watch. Hulu messed up some things like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, no, that's totally fit. Like, I talked about this before. I've seen some people online, like, shitting on other people who are skeptical about the new Hellraiser. There is plenty of reasons to be skeptical about a new Hellraiser film, for sure, especially with, brand new people being involved, change up of the character and stuff. I totally understand if you're skeptical about the new Hellraiser film. Yeah, no, that is not even a question to be a little iffy about it. Am I excited for it, though? Yes, I am excited for it. It's coming from director David Bruckner, who did The Night House in 2021, I believe. Or was that 2020? No, I want to say that was last year. The Night House was excellent. I really liked that film. Maybe you've seen his film, The Ritual, over on Netflix. Also a great movie. David Bruckner has a really big body of work. I highly recommend a lot of his films. I've never been like the biggest fan of his, I'll be completely honest, but I do like a lot of his work. His movies are shot gorgeously. I did a Hellraiser update, last week at some point, and I went on this whole rant about how The Night House was actually a spec script for a future Hellraiser movie, but got turned into an original thing. I did some research on that. I ended up going on a rant about it, and I just cut it out of my last video because it just didn't really pertain to the subject all that much. But I think this guy's the perfect choice for Hellraiser. He's so passionate about it when he talks about it in interviews. I really think this movie's going to be good. We have Jamie Clayton playing the character of Pinhead. And I know that's also kind of like, well, why are they changing up the character? What's up with that, Jake? I don't know if I like that. And once again, totally fine to be skeptical about that. I don't think it's this big controversial issue to not be excited about the new Hellraiser. But what I will say in defense of it is it's a much more closer portrayal to the books, where Pinhead is not in the movies or whatever, he's like a former lieutenant or whatever, and then he like finds the puzzle box, becomes Pinhead. That's not actually his origin story. In the books, it's completely different. He's just this like hell priest demon, never referred to as Pinhead, and he's like an androgynous being, so he technically is genderless. So that's why I'm like, it's actually not a big deal at all for a woman to be playing the Hell Priest, especially when this new movie is a much closer adaptation to the book. So I think it's going to work. David Bruckner has been very vocal about how the film is not a remake in any sense of the word, because they just wouldn't be, to paraphrase, they wouldn't be able to top that. Like, that's just, it's too good of a movie for them to do. I have people messaging me saying, what the fuck, Jake? I'm standing outside of your house. So I do have to wrap up the stream. Like I said, having a little get together tonight for the new season of Rick and Morty coming out tonight. I'm very, very excited for that. And like I said, I'll be covering it over on my second page. So check that out. I will have I'll probably have a video on that tomorrow morning on my second page. I'll probably do something over here too. If there's any news, nothing too crazy happening out there except for this Halloween Ends news. I'll probably do a Halloween Ends video is my guess. Yes, and if you want something to watch after the stream, I know the Night Watch Zone is live now, so make sure to check out his page, as well as this awesome Stew Trial stream we did over on Craven's page. Easily one of the best streams I've ever been a part of. So thank you so much for everyone who came out tonight. And like I said, if you need more entertainment, lots of my buddies are streaming right now, so there you go. Best channel, best people ever. Outside the Nine, I totally agree with you. Some great people out there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it on this random, obscure, out of nowhere stream. I just appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are the best. We should be getting a Halloween Ends trailer in 2 to 3 weeks. Ooh, that's exciting. A new Halloween Ends trailer. Hopefully they don't spoil everything again. We'll just have to see. But thank you all for joining tonight. I love you all so much. Thanks for hanging out with me for this little short time we had. I will be live Tuesday. I don't think I'll be able to make the Lethal Collective stream tomorrow or go live tomorrow, but I'll be live Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time next time. So we'll be able to hang out then. Thank you guys so much for the support tonight. Thanks for everyone who threw super chats out there. And thank you to Bradley, who became a channel member during the stream today. So I love you all so much. Peace out. Don't forget to kill it out there. Y'all